Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Okay, I'm on too. So I think that we did miss our audio to start with. Hopefully we're back on now. So, yep. I don't know how to.
Hold on, we're going to find out whether we're on or not. I'm still not getting anything on here.
Hey, shout out Tim Irons if you're there. Text me, let me know you can hear us. That'll let us know how we're doing.
Keep talking, Sean.
All right. Again, as Chris was stating that it wasn't heard, we had a problem with the microphones, but now we got them up and running. We do believe there has been some unsaid players not playing for Redbank Valley tonight. Whether it was Chris has got something from the school district saying that they don't comment on injuries or disciplinary actions. So hopefully, that'll get sorted out as they go on for the future.
Like this is like my phone is on complete high right now, and you can barely hear it. Like you should be able to hear him better. Like we should be able to hear. I don't think it's the mic. I think it's.
All right. Again, we got a new system here, so as you people who are listening, tonight is Down Syndrome Awareness Night, and I believe it's 3 families that their sons or daughters are going to lead the football team out on to the football field. So that's a pretty special moment for them. And that presentation is going to start probably
I think we're good now.
right around within 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, so hopefully we're good and back. And
good evening and welcome to tonight's football game between Redbank Valley and Northport Allegany Gators. The starting lineup offensively for Redbank Valley: number 1, Aiden Orange at slot back; number 3, Drew Byers at running back; number 5, Kate Minnick at slot back; number 9, Braylon Wagner at quarterback; number 11, Rylan Roop at wide receiver; number 12, Mason Cross at wide receiver.
okay, so we're back here. Hopefully we got all the technical difficulties taken care of.
Number 50, Caden Adams.
So here we are.
Turn that mic off for a second.
And number 75, Christian Klinger.
You keep talking.
All right.
We're getting a lot of feedback from that mic, so you keep talking, Sean.
Okay, so here we are.
And for your Port Allegany Gators.
Okay, so we're good?
Starting lineup number 3,
we'll
junior wide receiver Peyton Skiles.
We got to get
Turn that mic back up when we do the ceremony. But other than that, let's leave it.
Number 10, freshman wide receiver Jared Funk.
Okay.
At quarterback, number 12, senior.
Yeah, that's better. Now,
Evans.
Now, can you hear me now or not?
am I muted right now? Okay, which one's mine?
Running back, number
Okay, can you hear me, Sean?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, so we're good?
We're good. Sorry about that, folks. I think we're good to go now. You are watching high school football on the Port Allegany Sports Network and the YDL Sports Network. Also on C93 FM in Clarion. We do apologize for the technical difficulties. Tonight's game brought to you by the Allegany Grill in Foxburg. The Allegany Grill in Foxburg was voted the number 1 in Pennsylvania for waterfront restaurants. Stop down and find out why. Maybe Redbank Valley is going to be without some players tonight, according to the Redbank Valley administration. The exact statement is, we do not comment on medical conditions or player or disciplinary policy. I know there's a lot of rumors that people have been hearing all day. We're not going to speculate on any of that, Sean. We just know that there's going to be some key players out for Redbank. We will talk about that aspect of the game because obviously it's a big part of the game. But as for the reason why, I'm not in the speculation business. I'm in the news business, and right now there's no news to report other than they're not here. Yes,
I mean, that's something that I had heard earlier today too, and then you and I discussed it. And, I mean, it's a shame if it's an injury or there's a disciplinary action, but it's just at a big game like this, it's kind of tough to deal with that.
Yeah, so there is going to be a Down Syndrome Awareness Day.
Yes.
Are they ready to go with that here? Do we know yet? Or
okay, we're going to wait for the players to come up, and then they're ready to roll with that Down syndrome.
Okay, well then, what we're going to do real quick here is thank a couple of our sponsors, Sean, and on the YDL side of things, also on C93. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Waiting for our autism awareness. Autism. See, Sean, you got me messed up. It's Down Syndrome Awareness Day. Sean told me Autism Awareness Day at first, and now it's stuck in my brain that it's Down syndrome, that it's autism and not Down syndrome. But Down Syndrome Awareness Day, great program that they're going to be put on here at Port Allegany. We're going to try to bring that to you live, at least on the video end of things. Again, do want to take this moment to thank some of our sponsors. The Warren County Visitors Bureau. Looking for something to do? Look no further. There's always something to do in Warren County. Check out wcvb.net/events to see up-to-date happenings in and around Warren County. Also by Swift Kennedy and Company, the official insurance agency of Your Daily Local LLC. Check them out online at swiftkennedyandcompany.com, swiftkennedyco.com. Also by Moe's Bar and Grill. Moe's Bar and Grill in Port Allegany. One of our customers calls our offering the best gourmet bar food you've ever had. I'm pretty sure that customer was Sean.
Hey, you didn't complain about the burger. I don't think Mr. Rose did either.
No. The burger was fantastic, and I think we are ready to go here with the ceremony. So we are going to take the ceremony in here momentarily, and I'll let Sean handle this part of the broadcast.
Okay, what we'll do is we'll just turn it over to the public address announcer, and then we'll let that go that way. So I believe everybody's lined up for it. Okay, we're almost close, I'm told. Okay, I think here we go, so we're going to turn it over to them.
Good evening and welcome to Week 8 of District 9 football here at the Gator Swamp. Our Port Allegany Gators welcome the Redbank Valley Bulldogs. The month of October is designated as National Down Syndrome Awareness Month, represented by the colors blue and yellow. It's a time to raise awareness and celebrate the Down syndrome community. Down syndrome is the most common chromosomal condition diagnosed in the United States. Approximately 6,000 babies are born in the U.S. every year. Down syndrome occurs in 1 in every 700 babies born each year. There are 3 types of Down syndrome: trisomy 21, translocation, and mosaicism. 95% of babies born with Down syndrome will be born with trisomy 21, which means an extra copy of the 21st chromosome, and is not hereditary. Translocation and mosaicism are less common and account for the other 5%. Down syndrome occurs randomly during pregnancy. There isn't anything the parent does or doesn't do that causes the extra genetic material to occur. Researchers still know very little of what causes Down syndrome and how it develops. Down syndrome can change how a baby's body and brain develop. It can cause mental and physical challenges for the baby. However, cognitive delays are often mild to moderate, and services such as early intervention are often started shortly after birth. These services include speech therapy, physical therapy, occupational therapy, and early intervention teaching. These different therapies are instrumental in giving the baby and parents the right tools to work towards and reach milestones. School-age children born with Down syndrome are often in classes alongside their typical peers. Inclusion is so important for everyone as it teaches compassion, understanding, and patience at a very young age. Friendships are formed early on, creating a strong bond. Children born with Down syndrome are at a higher risk for heart issues, GI problems, respiratory issues, and hearing difficulties, to name a few. However, with advanced medical technology, surgeries are often less invasive and highly successful. These children are able to lead long, healthy lives. They play sports and are active in their communities and contribute to society. Kids with Down syndrome are more alike than different. Get to know someone who carries the extra chromosome. They will warm your heart, make you laugh, and change your life for the better. The Port Allegany Gator football program would like to recognize a few of our own who warm our hearts, make us laugh, and change our lives for the better every day. Ray Fox is the son of Stan and Tammy Fox and brother to Josh and Laura Fox. Ray is a senior at PAHS. He loves hunting as well as riding his horses and four-wheeler. Brooke Shalander is the daughter of Robin and Corey Shalander and big sister to Jace, who is a very proud and supportive brother. Brooke is a fourth grade student at PAES. She enjoys going on side-by-side rides, loves horses, swimming, and riding her bicycle without training wheels. This makes her parents incredibly proud. Cameron Ernst is the son of Chris and Abby Ernst and little brother to Andrew Ernst. Cameron is a first grader at PAES. Cam loves tractors, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. He plays soccer and baseball. Cam is a huge Charlie Brown and Scooby-Doo fan. Please give Ray, Brooke, and Cameron a big round of applause as they lead our Gator football team onto the field.
Back here, I do believe, after that wonderful ceremony, Sean, here at before the game.
Yes, now we do have the national anthem.
Is it coming up? Is it coming up now? Okay. So we will go back live to the national anthem here.
The Gator captains would like to present Cam with a We Are Family poster signed by the team and thank them for joining them on the field tonight. Please join your Gators in supporting the Down syndrome community during this special month by giving one last round of applause for these amazing kids.
Back here live after the national anthem, and we are inside the pregame show brought to you by Swift Kennedy and Company. It's now time to remind you that our drive to the game today brought to you by the Warren Tire Center. The Warren Tire Center gets you to the game in style. Also, today's game stream brought to you by the Computer Guru and Leaper, thecomputerguru.net. Stream out, let's take a look at our players to watch, the All-American Awards and Engraving players to watch. Sean, go ahead, Sean, for Port Allegany.
Oh, for Port Allegany, you got the two-headed monster and lightning. You got Blaine Moses, who leads the team in rushing with 669 yards and 13 touchdowns. Noah Archer second with 406 yards and 5 touchdowns. But Archer is the leading receiver with 361 yards and 3 touchdowns. So between the two of them, that's 21 touchdowns apiece. And Drew Evans has also carried the ball 313 yards for 4 touchdowns, 6 passing touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. So the key for Redbank would be to stop Moses and Archer. So it's like one of the pick your poison things.
Yeah, and for for Redbank, it's hard to talk about who the key players are going to be because they're not all here. But obviously, 2 guys that are here, Aiden Orts and Tate Minnick, coming out as part of the captains here, are going to be very key as they work some other players into that. So we'll see how all of that ends up working out for Redbank. But Tate Minnick, Aiden Orts, 2 guys that are going to have to play a real key role with some other key players out for the Bulldogs.
Oh, most definitely. If I'm the coaches from Redbank, I don't think I change my strategy at all. You live by the pass. You just keep going to it. I don't see how you could change things up if that's the key parts are out, whether it's offensive linemen or skill position players. You just keep on playing the system you've played all year, I do believe.
No question. And for our C93 audience and our audience on the YDL Sports Network, we're going to step aside here for a quick break, and we'll be back right after these messages that are going to go for a minute. Actually, we're going to go for 30 seconds. Redbank Valley receiving the opening kickoff. Kicking off will be Yusa Young. Back deep for Redbank Valley, Brock Monrahan. And it's going to be a short kick that's covered by Redbank Valley at the 33-yard line, it looks like.
Yeah, Jared Funk also plays soccer. He's the kicker for Port Allegany.
Oh, what number is he?
He's 10.
Oh, sorry, I saw the 0 out there, and
yep. His dad's our cameraman, so we had to get that one right.
Yeah, no problem. Sean, I'm going to let you take the opening here.
Okay, Redbank comes out. They got 3 to the right, 1 to the left. That's 3 to the far side. At the helmet quarterback, bad snap. Falling on it is number 9, Braylon Wagner. Brings up a loss of 9, makes it 2nd and 19 for Redbank Valley. Again, Wagner barks out the signals. He's got trips to the right, one to the left. Trips are on the wide side. Wagner again. Hands off. Ball handed off to Rylan Roop. I believe it was Rylan Roop.
What number was it?
Drew Byers.
Drew Byers, there we go.
Hand off to Drew Byers. He gains maybe a pickup of about, give him 2.
Up to the 28.
May have gained 2.
So that'll make it third down and 17. Deep ball has a man. Overshot him.
Wagner's pass is incomplete. Coming up 4th down.
So Braylon Wagner in at quarterback for Redbank Valley. Cam Wagner, one of the players not playing today. So now we're going to set up a punting opportunity for the Bulldogs. It'll be Tate Minnick to punt it away.
Noah Archer back deep for the Gators.
Good snap. Punt is a high one. Archer's going to let it bounce. It's going to take a Redbank Valley roll inside the 30. Continues to roll dead at the 27-yard line of Port Allegany, and that's where the Gators will take over at their own 27-yard line here in the first quarter, brought to you by Warren County Visitors Bureau. Check them out online at wcvb.net/events to see the up-to-date happenings in and around Warren County. So that punt was brought to you by New Bethlehem Subway. Don't punt on dinner. Get a delicious sub from New Bethlehem Subway. So first down and 10 for Port Allegany. It'll be Drew Evans in the pistol eye. Evans will turn and he'll hand it off. I do believe that's to Archer, and Archer right up the gut for real close to the first down. I do believe that Archer is going to have that first down. Well, no, they're going to call him a yard short.
We have 2nd and 1.
So it'll be 2nd down and 1 for the Gators here at the 36-yard line. I guess we'll call it the 37 almost. Probably needs about a half of a yard to get the first down. Get out of that pistol eye. Turn, hand off to Archer again. Archer's got some room. He's got the first down and more. He'll be pushed out of bounds close to the 45-yard line. So that'll be a Tonesta Builder Supply first down for Port Allegany. They'll mark it down at the 44-yard line. What'll be first down and 10 Gators. First and 10, Port Allegany at the 44. Out of the gun is Archer this time. He's going to hand it, he's going to hand it off to Archer. That was Evans, and this time going nowhere, as in on the stop right away for Redbank Valley was number 4, Brock Monran.
Number 4.
And that'll be no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10 at the 44 for the Gators. So that time, Sean, they were able to get right there and make the stop right away.
Yeah, something I'm seeing different from Port Allegany. This may be so many consecutive times they've had 2 running backs in the backfield at the same time all year. Usually it's one single back with Archer out in a slot.
There's Archer again. Archer around the right end. He'll be stopped at about the 45 after a gain of about a yard. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and long for Port Allegany. Hey, when you get backed up, call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning to get you moving again. LutonsPlumbing.com on the River Hill in Clarion. So 3rd down and long for the Gators. Out of the gun is Archer with, not Archer, why do I keep wanting to say Archer? Evans. That's Drew Evans. Everybody in tight, though. Evans is going to flip the ball to Stiles, and Stiles is going to get tackled for a loss all the way back to the 40-yard line.
Stiles is dropped for a loss on the play.
So the Redbank defense comes up big on its first try, and that's going to bring up a punting situation, it looks like, for the Gators. The punter will be Button. So Braylon Button will be doing the punting for the Gators here. 2 men deep for Redbank. That's Orts, and it looks like maybe Rupp, number 11. Can't quite tell that number over here. It's going to be up. It's going to be a kick that is going to hit and take a Port Allegany bounce to the 20-yard line, where Orts picks it up and returns it out over the 30 to about the 32-yard line.
Miska Young in on the tackle there. The lineman getting down for a gain of about possibly 10 on the return.
Going to give him officially 11 on that. And it'll bring up a first down and 10. 7:52 to play here in a scoreless first quarter. Today's game being brought to you by Hobbs's Landscaping. When your lawn is taken care of by Hobbs's Landscaping, you can always complete a long pass. Contact Hobbs Landscaping. Here's a flip pass to Orts. Orts, there's a flag down. Orts is going to get over and out of bounds at about the 32, and then there's another flag. So I think they're going to get a late hit. There's going to probably be a hold and a late hit. My guess is that these will offset each other, but we'll find out what the second call is. I do believe the first call is in the area of holding.
I believe they got Russ Plyer for holding, and then Nick Wolfong for the late hit out of bounds, number 8 for the Gators.
So as we await these Attorney Jack Treese penalty calls, want to remind you that you can avoid penalties that may occur for yourself or your family through improper planning. Attorney John P. Treese and Clarion, 814-297-8043. The law is not common sense. Long discussion going on here between the officials as we decide what the calls are. As the run went out to the 32-yard line, I do believe.
Yes.
The flag is all the way back at the 26-yard line. Again, we're still waiting the referee's call here. Comes over. There's a hold on Redbank, which we knew. There's a dead ball personal foul. So, okay, so I understand what we're doing now. We're going to have to mark off the holding call. So the holding call gets marked off back to the 15-yard line.
And then they should march 15 yards for the late hit out of bounds. And it should be 1st and 10 again. Are we correct? I believe that's what it'll be.
Personal foul on Port Allegany. Actually, I think it's going to be second down at the 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
First and 11.
So I guess it's just going to be first down and basically 10 again is what we're looking at. So here's a handoff to Byers, and Byers is going nowhere. Drew Byers met quickly by
Carson Neely from the nose tackle spot.
By Carson Neely. He dropped for a loss. We have 2nd and about 13.
Markham back at the 30-yard line. It'll be 2nd and about 11 or 12 here, maybe 13. Looking to throw. Wagner looking deep. He's got a man out there. It's Orts. Orts turns. He's got the catch inside the 40 at about the 31-yard line. So Aiden Orts picking up the big pass from Braylon Wagner inside Port Allegany territory at the Gators' 32-yard line. That is a 38-yard completion.
Again, like we talked about earlier, I mean, Redbank hasn't differed from what they planned on doing. We knew they're going to throw the ball.
Here's a handoff to Byers. He's going to pick up about a yard to the 31-yard line. So if you're just joining us, Redbank Valley quarterback Cam Wagner, along with a few other Bulldogs not playing. The school will not comment on medical or disciplinary or school policy violation issues. So we're not 100% sure why they're not playing. We just know that they are not playing. Out of the gun is Braylon Wagner. He wants to throw. He's got a throw over there, and it's a little high. intended for Raylan Rope.
Flyers pass intended for Rupp.
And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 9 for Redbank Valley at the 31-yard line of Port Allegany. This is a Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning 3rd down. When you get backed up, call Luton's Plumbing and Heating and Air Conditioning. Get you moving again, lutonsplumbing.com. Down to 6:15 here in quarter number 1. Brought to you by the Warren County Visitors Bureau. Out of the gun is Wagner. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to run. He takes off on the far sideline. He's going to get a few yards before he's knocked out of bounds at around the 25-yard line. We'll see where the official mark comes. Looks like it's going to be a little bit short of the 25.
About 5.
They're going to mark him down at the 27-yard line. And now it's 4th down. And 5 at the Port Allegany 27, actually 4th and 6. Oh, yeah, 4th and 5. Out of the gun is Wagner. He rolls to his right. He wants to throw. Now he's going to take off. He avoids one guy, but he is not going to get in. The ball's on the ground. They're going to say he's down before the fumble, though, and the Port Allegany defense holds.
Blaine Moses coming up from his linebacker spot with the hit, as well as Braylon Button.
They're going to mark the ball down, I do believe, at the 27-yard line. Yeah, it looks like it's the 27-yard line, so it'll be no gain, and it'll turn the ball over on downs to the Gators with exactly 6 minutes to play here in quarter number 1. That stop brought to you by Port Allegany Chiropractic. You'll never be stopped in life when you go see Dr. Andrew Young at Port Allegany Chiropractic. Out of the gun is Evans, and oh, what a play there. That was Caden Adams for Redbank Valley making the stop back at the 26-yard line. So that'll be a loss of 1 on the play for Evans and the Gators. It'll bring 2nd down and 11 at the Port Allegany 26-yard line. So the Gators going without a huddle, as so many teams do. It's not a hurry up. It's just a no huddle situation. They'll go out of the pistol Y now. Evans will take the hand off to Archer. Archer up the middle, still fighting for yards. He's dragging Redbank guys with him all the way up to the 35-yard line. That's actually Peyton Stiles on the carry.
Archer picks up about 7.
So Peyton Stiles with the pickup all the way out to the Port Allegany 35. That'll be a 9-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down and 2.
Again, they threw a little wrinkle in. They got Stiles in the backfield with Archer as one of the slots.
Great job there by Peyton Stiles. Now, just a quick handoff. Did not see who had the football there.
Evans kept it.
He did, and he's going to be just short of the 1st down. They're going to call him down at the 36.5-yard line. It'll be 4th down and an inch for Port Allegany, and they're going for it here. Early chance for the Redbank defense to make a stop, or the offensive line of Port to make a push. Evans now under center, checks his wrist, still 13 on the play clock. Looks around. He's going to hand it. Now there's a flag. I do believe somebody on the Port side might have moved. We'll wait for the call. This Jack Treese attorney penalty, it is going against the Gators. It is going to be a false start. So Port Allegany was primed to go for it.
I didn't see who moved, but.
And so now they're going to have to punt the ball away. Button to punt again as Klaus and Orts are deep for Redbank Valley. High punt. It's going to bounce at the 45, and it's going to roll inside the 35 to about the 34, 33-yard line. We'll see if they put it at the 33 or the 34. I think they're going to put it down at the 33-yard line, which is where Redbank Valley will take over in a scoreless game with 3:58 to play here in quarter number 1. Go ahead, Sean.
Again, like we said, Redbank came right out with a backup quarterback throwing the ball, completed a nice long pass. Port Allegany pretty much sticking to the run like they do. As they come out of the huddle, Redbank Valley has trips to the right, one to the left.
And it's going to be
Option
Braylon
read.
Wagner keeping it, and he's going to get out close to the 40-yard line on a carry to about the 39. That'll be a pickup of 6.
Tackled by number 76, Braylon Button.
So
Second and 5.
Braylon Wagner doing a lot of running here in the early going. It'll be second down and about 4.5 for Redbank Valley. The younger Wagner out of the gun. Checks over the scene. Takes the snap. Looking to throw. Looking. Now he throws over to the side. He threw that ball away. I'm not sure he was out of the tackle box. We'll see if they give him that. Or they'll say that he just overthrew the receiver. One of the two.
There was a receiver there. It was high. There was a receiver in the vicinity, so I could see it not being called.
So it'll be an incomplete pass, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 for Redbank Valley. 3rd down and 4 for the Bulldogs at their own 39-yard line. Out of the gun, rolling to his right is Wagner. Looks to throw. He's got a man. That's Minnick. Minnick's got a 1st down. He's still on his feet inside Port Allegany territory to the 49-yard line.
Wagner's pass to number 5.
So Tate Minnick on the reception takes it to the Port Allegany 49. That is a pickup of 12 on the play, and it's a 1st down for Redbank Valley. So the Bulldogs, 1st down and 10 at their Port Allegany 49. Braylon Wagner, quarterback for Redbank Valley. He's got trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Lone running back is Byers. He's going to hand it to Byers. Byers has a little bit of a hole, and then he is tripped up at the last second by Braylon Button. Also in there was Blaine Moses. It was actually Moses and not Button who made that stop.
Moses came in, blitzing, was picked up, fell off the block, fell back, made the tackle.
We'll pick up 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down and 7, down to 2:20 to play here in quarter number 1. Out of the gun again is Redbank. They're going to hand it to Byers again. Byers, or no, I'm sorry, that wasn't Byers. That was, looks like number 13, which would be Cole Bish on the carry. So Cole Bish runs over a guy, and he's going to get the ball up to the Port Allegany 41-yard line, where it's going to be a 3rd down and 2 for Redbank Valley. Who was in on the tackle there?
Tristan Kaiser, a freshman.
So 3rd down and 2. Redbank out of the gun is Braylon Wagner with Bish, the sidecar to his right, 3 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. 1.5 to play on a running first quarter clock. Bish looks to throw. He throws it over to Orts. Orts tries to slip a guy. He does, and he has the 1st down inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line. So nice move there by Aiden Orts, Sean.
Yes, he eluded the tackle of Peyton Stiles, who's 3rd in Port Allegany's team in total tackles. Good move by Orts.
He'll be at the 36. That'll be a pickup of 5. It's a Tenesta Builder Supply 1st down. This drive being built by Tenesta Builder Supply with locations in Chippenville and Tenesta, tenestabuilders.us. Out of the gun is Braylon Wagner. Under a minute to play here in the Warren County Visitor Bureau 1st quarter. Wagner looks to throw. Wagner's going to go deep. He's got Minnick out there. And it is all off of Minnick's hands on a diving attempt in the end zone. Oh, that would have been a fantastic catch. Just a hair too long for Tate Minnick.
Yeah, really nice pass by Wagner. Minnick split the 2 defenders, just couldn't come up with it as the pass was a little bit too long.
You know, talking to Rich Rhodes from the New Bethlehem Leader Vindicator on the way up, and he was talking about young Braylon Wagner and the skill set he has, and I think we're starting to see that, Sean.
Oh, for a freshman, yeah, very impressive.
Wagner on the option pitch. The ball goes to Byers. Byers has the room over the 30, real close to the 1st down. He's going to be a little bit short at about the 27-yard line, but that's going to bring up a 3rd down and manageable for Redbank Valley.
Stiles on the tackle.
at the Port Allegany 27. It'll be 3rd down and 1, 29 seconds to go, shot clock off. We have a penalty on this play as well. I think they're going to get, I'm not sure what they're going to get here. I think they're going to get a roughing call as on the pitch, Wagner was hit hard. I saw it, Sean, as it happened. The guy's not a quarterback in this situation. He's a running back. I'm not sure whether or not that's the proper call or not, but I understand why, because he was hit very hard after after it happened. Of course, the Port sideline does not like it because, again, it wasn't roughing the passer. It would be more of a roughing the pitch guy type thing.
But they can't have that because once he starts in motion and is running option, he becomes a running back. I have to disagree with that call too.
Sean, what you'll see if you watch the replay is it had more to do with with how late it was than it had to do with when it was than what it was. And we're down to 21 seconds to play here. It's 1st down and 10 for Redbank at the Port Allegany 14-yard line. Out of the gun is Braylon Wagner. He'll take the snap. He's going to throw it. Throws it over to Orts. Oh, Orts is hit as soon as he catches it. That was Peyton Stiles who just leveled Aiden Orts as soon as he caught the football at the
Call it
back
the
at
16.
the 16-yard line.
Stiles said, "You got me once on that. The second time, I'll be ready."
So that'll bring an end to the first quarter. We're going to step aside here for a commercial break. We'll be gone for 1 minute. You're watching high school football on the YDL Sports Network and the Port Allegany Sports Network.
So for those of you joining us,
back here on C93 and the YDL Sports Network, it'll be a 2nd down and 12 for Redbank Valley at the 16. They're inside the Pizza Hut red zone. Nobody out Pizza the Hut. PizzaHut.com. Braylon Wagner out of the shotgun. Wagner looks to throw. Wagner's got a man over the middle, and it's in and out of the hands of Rylan Rupp. I do think it was tipped by a Gator. We'll look on the replay to see who might have gotten that. It was number 30, number 20, Sean thinks, but I actually think it might have been. Is Drew Evans out there?
He's 12.
Or Play Moses. I think that actually was Evans who might have tipped that ball, Sean.
Oh, I just saw Archer getting up. I thought it was Archer. Either way, good play by the defensive back.
So now it's 3rd down and 12. It's a Luton Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning 3rd and 12 for Redbank Valley. Wagner back to throw. Wagner looks. Wagner under pressure, and he's going to be sacked all the way back at about the 32-yard line. That is number 64, Miska Young. So Miska Young got out there and sacked him all the way back at the 32. It's a loss of 16.
Loss of 16 on the play.
As the young quarterback, the freshman for Redbank Valley, tried to scramble, and in the process of scrambling, he was
22, maybe.
tackled all the way back at the 16, and now it's 4th down and 28 from the 32-yard line. They're going to go for it, though. Wagner out of the gun. No, he's going to quick kick it, and it's going to roll into the end zone for a touchback. That is a Subway in New Bethlehem punt. Quick kick from
11:23 left in the first half.
Braylon Wagner. It'll be a touchback, and it'll be 1st down and 10 at the 20-yard line for Port Allegany in a scoreless game with 11:23 to play here in quarter number 2. Second quarter brought to you by Fox's Pizza Den in Port Allegany.
Okay, Port Allegany comes out. They've got 2 to the right, 1 to the left. More or less in the wing is Moses with Archer, I believe, behind Evans. Handoff.
No, he's going to throw
fake.
it.
Out here to Moses.
Evans pass out to
It's a completed pass to Moses out to the, we'll see where they're going to put him out at. I think they're going to put him out at the 25-yard line, 26-yard line, 26-yard line, so it'll be a pickup of 6 on the play.
Pick up 2nd and 4.
We were saying second quarter brought to you by Fox's Pizza Den in Port Allegany. At Fox's Pizza Den in Port Allegany, we work hard to serve you with a friendly staff and delicious food. Call for pickup or home delivery, 814-642-2623. They also have a large in-house dining area and a banquet room on the 2nd floor. Fox's Pizza in Port Allegany has been serving pizza for 26 years. Here's a handoff to Archer. He's going to be really close to the 1st down for Port Allegany. It's going to depend on the spot.
Archer gets out to the 30.
And mark him at the 30. That should be a 1st down.
It should be enough, depending on the spot.
They're going to take a look at it, but if it's touching the 30, then it's a 1st down because it was at the 20 after a touchback.
Yeah, it seems like it's touching the 20 there.
Yep,
Okay.
that is. It's going to be a Tonesta Builder Supply 1st down right at the 30-yard line for Noah Archer. So 1st down and 10, Port Allegany here with 11 minutes to play in the Fox's Pizza in Port Allegany 2nd quarter. So Port Allegany will go in to what looks like a shotgun formation. That looks like it's Styles now. Oh, no, they're actually under center here. They're under center, and it's going to be a quick handoff to Archer up the middle. Flag comes down at about the 32, and the tackle was made, or they're saying it was Blaine Moses. So flag comes in there. We'll see what the flag is. Port Allegany's pointing to Redbank Valley, but we'll see what that call is. It is going to go against Redbank Valley, it looks like. So it's going to be a 5-yard face masking call on
5-yard face mask call. There's a 1st down.
Redbank Valley, and that'll give them another 1st down out at the 40-yard line. So the 5-yard run with the 5-yard penalty, and it's 1st down and 10 for the Gators at their own 40-yard line. Couple of 1st downs on this drive for Port Allegany, their most sustained success offensively so far today.
Again, and they're doing it on the ground like they've done all year.
Under center again is Evans. He's going to hand it off again to Moses. Moses straight up the gut for a couple of yards. Call that a gain of, I believe, 2 here, Sean.
Yes.
Or no, they're going to give him 3 out to the 43-yard line. So nice spot there for Moses, and it'll be 2nd down and 7 for Port Allegany. Today's game being brought to you by Close's Lumber. In the long run, no one in the North Tier beats getting your building supplies from Close's Lumber with locations in Rowlett and Olean. Check them out online at closeslumber.com. So Port Allegany again looking under. Now they're going to go in the shotgun here. And it is going to be Evans looking to throw. Now Evans is going to take off and run. He's got all kinds of room. He's over the 50, inside Redbank territory at around the 42, 43-yard line. So Evans with a big run. They're going to mark him out at the Redbank Valley 42, I do believe. Actually, they're going to mark him at the 41. So out of bounds at the Redbank 41. That's a pickup of 16 for Evans. He had all kinds of room on that left side.
Again, it looked like Redbank Valley was in man. 3 receivers went deep, which gave Evans a chance to see their backs were turned and took off with the ball. Heads-up play by Evans.
So here comes Evans out of the shotgun again with two running backs flanking him, and he's going to give it to the second guy, Archer. Archer over the right side. Hole opens up for Archer. Ball's on the ground, though, and it's recovered by Redbank Valley and Tate Minnick. So Archer fumbles it at about the 35, and Minnick falls on it for Redbank Valley, and it is the first turnover of the game. Goes the way of the Redbank Valley Bulldogs.
Redbank Valley takes over from the 32-yard line.
So Minnick got on top of that fumble at the 32-yard line. Nice hit there. I did not see who made it, though, Sean.
I believe it was Rylan Roop.
So they're going to say Rylan Roop made the hit to jar the ball loose from Archer. Minnick was Johnny on the spot at the 32, and Redbank Valley takes over with 8:46 to play here in quarter number 2. Brought to you by Fox's Pizza down in Port Allegany. Here's a handoff to Byers, and Byers is going to pick up a couple over the 35-yard line. They're going to call him right at the 35, so it'll be a pickup of 3. So the Gators were moving there, Sean, and then they put the ball on the ground. And the last time I was up here when they played Central Clarion, a 5-point loss, they turned the ball over 6 times in that game.
Yeah, that's the first one tonight. I mean, you can't really blame Archer trying to get extra yardage. Great hit by Roop right on the ball.
So Braylon Wagner will go out of the shotgun with trips to his right. Byers the sidecar. Orts the single receiver to the left. Looks to throw to his right. Throws it, and it's dropped. Dropped by Minnick. He tried to run with it before he caught it. So that's just the case of knowing that they need to do a little bit extra with some guys out, I think, Sean, and just turned upfield before he quite had the ball secured.
Yeah, well, one thing you're always told, though, make sure you secure the ball first, then make your move. Like I said, this is high school sports, so.
Yep, 3rd down and 7. Wagner out of the gun. Braylon Wagner wants to go deep, and now he's going to be sacked back at the 30-yard line. That is Braylon Button on the sack, the second one in 2 possessions for the Gators. He'll be sacked back at the 29-yard line. And Redbank Valley is going to be forced to punt. Tate Minnick in to punt for the Bulldogs. Back deep. Is that Archer for Port Allegany? It is.
And Port Allegany only come into the game with 9 sacks.
High, deep punt. Archer's going to call for the fair catch, and he's going to make it at about the 39, 38-yard line. We'll see where they put it down officially, but that was another Subway in New Bethlehem punt. Don't punt on dinner. Get a delicious sub from New Bethlehem Subway, located across the street from Redbank Valley High School. Put that ball down at the 38-yard line of Port Allegany, which is where the Gators will take over with 7:26 to play here in a fast-moving first half. We are inside the Fox's Pizza Den of Port Allegany, second quarter. Fox's Pizza Den in Port Allegany, 814-642-2623. Order that pizza now for the end of the game. Out of the gun, looking to throw. That's a ball that's complete to Stiles. He was hit immediately there by Colton Schick, but he'll be out at the 41-yard line. There'll be a pickup of 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Gators. That completed pass brought to you by Hobbs's Landscaping. You'll always have a complete lawn when it gets taken care of by Hobbs's Landscaping. Hobbs's Landscaping has been serving properties in McKean and Potter counties in Pennsylvania, and Allegheny and Cattaraugus counties in New York for the last 13 years. He can do it all. Call him at 814-598-2549. That's 814-598-2549 for a free estimate. Evans rolls to his right, or his left, I'm sorry, and he'll be rolled out of bounds. We'll see where they're going to call. It's going to be real close to the line of scrimmage there. Might have picked up a yard on the play. Maybe 2, depending on where they put it down here. They're going to put it down at the 42, so that will bring up a 3rd down and 6 on the play, or 3rd down and 6 here. So Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, third down. There was a big-time block on that play, but I did not see who.
Blaine Moses.
Blaine Moses leveled one of the Redbank players. 6.5 to play, scoreless first half. Back to throw is Evans. Evans throws to Stiles, and he drops the ball. And actually, I'm not going to even call that a drop. That was Mason Klaus coming in on him and jarring that ball loose. So Klaus comes up with a great pass breakup for Redbank Valley. That'll bring up a 4th down and 6 for Port Allegany at the 42-yard line, and it looks like it's going to be a punting situation for the Gators. That means Braylon Button back for his 3rd punt of the game. Mason Klaus and Aiden Orts are back deep for Redbank Valley. 6.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Snap, kick is up. It's a short one. And it will take a bounce for Port Allegany, though, and it's going to bounce inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. So nice roll there for Button. So that'll be a 40-yard punt. It probably went about 20 in the air and 20 on the ground.
Looks something like my golf shot when I'm pitching.
So that'll bring up a 1st down and 10 for Redbank Valley. 6:17 to play here in the first half. Today's game also being brought to you by the Bruno Iafrito Wrestling Camp. June 19th to the 23rd, right here in Port Allegany. Check them out online, teambruno.com. 20th year of the best wrestling camp you've never heard of. So out of the gun is Braylon Wagner. He's going to hand it to Byers. Byers has some room. He's going to be out near the 25-yard line.
Byers goes out to the 25-yard line. I pick up 7. He's tackled by Gavin Mobley.
We're going to put him down right at the 25, so that is a pickup of 7 yards for Byers. Redbank Valley is pretty balanced offensively right now. 51 yards on the ground, 53 yards through the air with their backup quarterback, Braylon Wagner. Again, Cam Wagner not playing today. No reason given for that, other than that the school doesn't comment on that sort of thing. Here's a handoff to Byers, and Byers is hit hard at about the 26-yard line, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 2.
Blaine Moses filling a hole there for Port Allegany.
So it'll be 3rd down and 2 for Redbank Valley. Bulldogs just 2 of 5 on 3rd downs tonight. Clock winds to 5:15 and counting here in the Fox's Pizza down at Port Allegany, second quarter. No score between these two powerhouses. Wagner sends Orts in motion, and it drops the ball. He's going to get back on top of it at about the 23, 24-yard line, but he just dropped it.
Yes, it was a good snap. Looks like he was just trying to run the play a little quick. Similar to the pass drop by Minnick. Port Allegany, one thing I noticed tonight too, Chris, is playing a 3-3-5, it looks like to me. 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 5 defensive backs.
So that's going to set up another punt. This will be the 4th punt of the game for Redbank, the 3rd by Tate Minnick, and he just booms one where there's contact, but there's no call. So I'm not sure how you can have the contact on the fair catch and there not be any call, but that's exactly what we just saw.
There's supposed to be a 1-yard halo. You know, do you agree, Chris?
I have no further comment. I was told last week that I criticized the officials too much, Sean.
Well, there is a 1-yard, halo around the receiver. Yeah, Archer may have soared a little bit, but.
And I think that's probably what that was about at the end of the day. I mean, it wasn't malicious contact for our radio audience who couldn't see it. But, I mean, again, you're not supposed to be able to touch a guy. That should be an automatic flag.
It should be a 1-yard buffer there.
Well, Sean, that's why we're up here and they're down there.
That is true.
Here's a handoff to Archer. Archer fights his way towards about the 40-yard line, maybe. We're going to put him down right at the. Well, they're going to give him out to the 41, I do believe. They are going to give him out to the 41, so a pickup of 3 on the play for Archer. So Port Allegany will have 2nd down and 7, down to 4 minutes to play here in the first half. No score between Port Allegany and Redbank Valley. You're watching the YDL Sports Network, Port Allegany Sports Network, listening on C93, 92.7 FM. in Clarion. So out of the gun here is Evans, and under immense pressure, he has to get rid of it. That was Brandon Ross that was applying that pressure.
I believe he came out of his linebacker spot. He looked like he was shot out of a cannon there.
Gotta see if Ross was playing the line, but it's possible that they've moved him back to linebacker, Sean. I think he's playing defensive end. Kind of the position for Red Bank Valley folks, and even for Port folks who remember Red Bank Valley last year, that Joe Mansfield played a year ago, number 2 for Red Bank Valley, as they went all the way to the state championship game. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 8. It's a Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, 3rd down for Port Allegany. Back to throw. Evans throws, and he just misses Archer. He had him at about the 45-yard line of Red Bank Valley. The pass was just a little overthrown, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Again,
go ahead, Sean.
Again, Chris, we sat thinking we were going to have like a shootout. 3:40 left. We're tied 0-0.
Big punt number 4 coming up for Port Allegany. This is the 8th punt of this first quarter. It's another Subway and New Bethlehem punt. Don't punt on dinner. Get a delicious sub from the New Bethlehem Subway, located across the street from Red Bank Valley High School.
I have been there.
Good stuff down there. Jody Mansfield does a great job running that store down there. Speaking of Joe Mansfield, that's his mom. Just sort of worked right out, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Here's the punt by Button. Fair catch called for by Klaus. He'll take it at the 26 or 27-yard line of Red Bank Valley. They're going to say it's at the 27-yard line. That'll be a punt of 32 yards. So with 3:33 to play here in quarter number 2, Red Bank Valley takes over at their own 27-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 for Red Bank. They're going to go 2 receivers to each side. It's Klaus and Orts to this side. Minnick, and I can't tell the number. Byers is the sidecar. Now they put Minnick in motion to the right, looking to throw that way. They're going to throw it over to him. It's going to be a catch and run situation, and he's going to fumble the football, and it goes out of bounds. I do believe it's going to go out of bounds, and it'll remain Red Bank Valley football after that fumble by Minnick at the 26-yard line, I do believe.
Drew Evans on the hit, drawing the ball loose, making a loss of 2 for Red Bank Valley.
We're going to call it at the 25-yard line as it went out of bounds. It'll be 2nd down and 12. So 2nd and 12 from the 25. Out of the gun is Braylon Wagner, trips receivers to the left. Looks to throw that way. Now he waits, and now he finds Minnick, and Minnick goes backwards and then comes forward again to about the 30-yard line. That's Orts, I'm sorry. That wasn't Minnick. My bad. That was Orts on the catch.
Orts on the catch from Wagner. So out to the 30, pick up 3.
So they're going to mark it. They're going to give him a 5-yard pickup on the play. It'll be a 3rd down now and 7 for Red Bank Valley at their own 30. It's another Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning 3rd down. We've had a lot of those tonight, Sean.
Yeah, and on the tackle there was Carson Neely, the nose guard for Port Allegany. Drop back.
Throwing over, and the pass is broken up. It's broken up by number 15. That is Tristan Kaiser.
Intended for Klaus is broken up by Tristan Kaiser.
He's lucky Kaiser didn't intercept that ball, and that'll bring up a 4th down for Red Bank Valley. 4th and 7 from their own 30. Another Tate Minnick punting situation. This is punt number 5 for the Bulldogs. It's another Subway and New Bethlehem punt. It's a long one. Archer's going to field this at his own 31. The ball's loose. The ball's loose, and I think Red Bank Valley might have recovered at the 25-yard line. The ball was loose, and Red Bank Valley does recover. I think that was number 59, Bailey Anthony, on the recovery. The ball was caught at about the 30, and he then fumbled the football.
It went through the hands of Burgess and Wilfong, rolled through Red Bank Valley. Johnny on the spot, recovering the ball at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, we do believe that was Anthony on the recovery. That's, what number was he?
I believe it was
56?
I believe 58.
No, 59.
Okay.
So Redbank Valley with life here with 2:34 to go at the Port Allegany 25-yard line after the fumble recovery.
It should be a flag, illegal substitution. They
There
broke
is a
the
flag.
huddle.
There is a
that did
flag.
catch it.
Who broke the huddle?
Redbank Valley broke the huddle, went into formation. A guy came off the sideline, number 5, Tate Minnick, came in off the sideline, went way to his spot after they broke the huddle.
We'll await the official call here. So now Port's got to decide whether it wants to take this or not, or whether or not who had the football. Do you remember who had the football for Redbank? Was that Byers?
Yes,
Yeah, it was Byers. So we're waiting to see this call. I think as long as you have 10, well, we'll find out what the call is here. We're waiting, and we're waiting, and we're waiting. And they're going to wave off.
Pick
They're
it off.
going to wave it off.
Apparently, it was an inadvertent flag.
So it'll be no gain on the play for Byers.
So it'll be no gain, 2nd and 10.
So I think what they're saying is that, Sean, you can run a guy on if you only have 10. You can't run a guy. You can't have more than 11 in
Run
the
a guy
huddle,
off.
but you can have more than 10 and run a guy on.
Well, I thought I counted 11 anyway.
Okay,
so
well, that's
where
why
I
you
was.
thought that was. Okay, we got you. So it'll be 2nd down here and 10 for Port Allegany, or for Redbank Valley at the Port Allegany 25. Widener's going to hand it to Byers. Byers to the right side. Oh, he gets a couple yards on the play. We'll find the exact spot here. It's going to be around the 28, 27, 28-yard line.
Pick up about 3.
I'll call him down at the 27, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Or at the 22, not the 27, at the 22. So it'll be 3rd down and 7. And now a big chance for the Port Allegany defense to pick up their special teams here as Redbank started this second half of the drive to the 25. Here's a little handoff to Minnick, and Minnick's got some room. And Minnick is going to have a 1st down. And then we get a late flag as well, and another late flag. So there's 2 flags that come in. We'll see what these calls are. We're going to call that a rush. It was kind of like their flip pass, but it's the ball's at the 14-yard line, it looks like. And there's flags all over the place. We're going to wait as there was an initial flag, and I think it might have been a late hit. One of the Redbank kids got in front of Minnick to make sure that he didn't do anything, and then a second flag came. So I don't know if something else was said over there. It's right in front of Rich Rhodes. I want to maybe call him up and see what happened. Long discussion here. We're going to find out what the calls are.
They're definitely not going to waive
There's
these
going to be a
flags
personal
off.
foul on Port Allegany, and then there's going to be a dead ball unsportsmanlike on Redbank. So let's see how this all plays out. It'll go half the distance, I do believe, and then it will come back 15 yards. If I'm thinking this is the way that it gets spotted off, but
And I don't know if the unsportsmanlike conduct, if there's a rule for 2 of them.
there might be, but that's a college rule. I don't
know if it's
an NFL rule. I don't know if it's a high school rule. So they're going to spot this football at the end of all this back at the 21-yard line. So there'll be a personal foul on Port Allegany that would move it to the 7-yard line.
So they're going to mark it at the 22, and that'll make it 1st and 10 at the 22 because he picked up the 1st down. So it'll be Redbank Valley 1st down at the 22-yard line of Port Allegany. 1:47 left here in the second half, or in the second quarter.
It's 1st and 10 at the 22. Seen about everything in this game so far, Sean, except the touchdown.
Something happens when you and I get together. I mean, we had the Central Clarion game that seemed it took like for 5 hours, and this one went so quick. As
it's still some discussion. I don't know if the chains aren't moving. So I'm not sure what the down is here, Sean. I think that's what some of this discussion's about, is the down. I don't there's a long discussion about what the down and distance is.
Yeah, at first he had the first down when he was tackled out of bounds. So that gave him the first down. They moved the ball half the distance to the goal and then moved them back to 15 yards. So it should be, I believe, first and 10 at the 22.
There's a lot of discussion because the one foul was a dead ball foul. So you would think that would create a first down and then move it back. But
now they're going to have to come over and explain it to Coach Binkowski.
Well, I think they're going to have one of them call up and explain it to everybody up here in the booth so that everything gets determined right, Sean. While we're waiting for this, I know one place you never have to worry about. That's when you put your money in Hamlin Bank and Trust. It's time to put money in the bank when you enter the Hamlin Bank and Trust fourth quarter with locations in Smethport, Mount Jewett, Kane, Bradford, Eldred, and Olean, New York. Check them out online at hamlinbank.com. So a long discussion on what this is all about. Is it first and goal? Because now the chains are completely down.
It would be first and goal. I believe that's going to be the call.
And that would be the correct call.
Calling it first and goal from the 22.
So it's first and goal from the 22 after those, and I'm not sure that's the right call either. Here's Wagner. He's going to keep it. He's around the right end, and he's going to scamper inside the Pizza Hut red zone 20-yard line. We'll see where they put him out of bounds, and I'll explain to you why I'm not sure that should have been the case, Sean, in a second here, but it might very well be in high school football. They're going to put him out at the 18-yard line where it'll be second down and goal at the 18. The dead ball didn't necessarily mean that it was like first down and then you dead ball it back. In every other level of football, that would have been first and 10 at the 22. You're 100% right. That's how it would be called at every other level. Unfortunately, in high school football, the rules are so strange and so different, we don't know.
Right.
I wish I could tell people what the real rule is, but I don't know what the rule is. Here's a pass, and it's through the hands of the intended receiver over there. That was, I do believe, Minnick that it was intended for. Now it's third down and goal. And again, if you're Redbank Valley, that's something you can't have happen. Not that. I mean the unsportsmanlike. You were getting a first and goal at the 7-yard line. Just keep your mouth shut. Don't worry about things. Know that you're playing shorthanded, and now you've got a chance to go up 7-0. Instead, you got the big penalty, and now it's third down and goal all the way back at the 18-yard line. Disciplined football needs to happen there if you're Redbank. Wagner to throw. Wagner's looking to the end zone. The ball is going to be incomplete. It was broken up over there. Was that Nick Wilfong? Wilfong, who had the pick 6 in the game against Central Clarion, breaks that up.
Intended for Klaus is broken up by Wilfong.
So Wilfong.
No, it was Kelvin. Sorry, it was Kelvin Burgess.
Kelvin Burgess on the pass breakup.
It's tough to see 6 and 8.
So it's fourth down and goal from the 18 now for Redbank Valley. They're going to go for it here on fourth and goal from the 18. Wagner out of the gun. He's going to have to throw to the end zone. And now their play is being whistled dead. It's going to be a false start, I do believe, on Redbank Valley. So that'll push the ball back to the 23-yard line.
I believe Mason Klaus got the early start, the wide receiver to the far side of the field.
So it's fourth down and goal now at the 23-yard line for the Bulldogs on that Attorney Jack Treese penalty. Down to 1:20 to play in a scoreless first half. Fourth and goal at the 23 for Redbank Valley. Out of the gun is Wagner. This pass is going to have to go to the end zone. He throws it. He's got Minnick at the 11, and he's going to be wrestled by a host of Gators down at about the 12-yard line.
That was Mason Klaus on the reception, brought down at about the 15. Port Allegany's ball, first and 10, at the 14-yard line. 1:12 left in the half. Port Allegany with 1:12 left in the half. Chris, honestly, do you just run the clock out? Because you get the ball back to start the second half.
I agree, and you've put it on the ground twice now, and I'm not sure you want to risk that at this point if you're Port Allegany. Your defense was able to come up big after the fumble on the special teams punt that gave Redbank Valley the ball at the 25 there. Sometimes you just count your blessings and go home, but we'll see what Justin Minkowski chooses to do here with 1:12 to play here in the Port Allegany Fox's Pizza second quarter.
I myself say at least pick up one first down, then maybe try something deep.
Evans is out of the gun. He's going to throw it, though. He's got a guy there. It's Archer. Archer's out over the 30 to about the 32-yard line.
Okay, Port Allegany now in a hurry up, back to the line.
They're going to mark it at the 34.
So much for us knowing what to call.
They've got all 3 of their timeouts left with 1 minute to play. Running clock under 1 minute now. Not in a major hurry, though, are the Gators. Back to throw is Evans. Evans looks. Evans under pressure, being flushed out of the pocket by Monran. Throws downfield, and it is broken up. Broken up by Tate Minnick. At about the 35-yard line of Redbank Valley, that ball was broken up. Ball was underthrown. It wasn't going to be a completed pass, but Minnick came over. It makes the diving breakup.
Again, Port Allegany with only one wideout in the whole pattern scene. That was Archer. They did flare Styles out into the flat like on a little wheel route.
44 seconds to play here in the first half of a scoreless football game. Out of the gun, 2 receivers to each side. They're stacked. Looking to throw is Evans. He's going to throw it to Styles, and Styles, they're going to say he caught the ball at the 45-yard line.
And he did get out of bounds and saved a timeout.
So that'll be a first down at the 45. It's a Tonesta Builder Supply first down for the Gators at the 45. Now they're going to run the clock. Why are they running the clock? I'm not talking about the guys up here. I'm talking about the official. He stepped out of bounds.
They shouldn't have.
He stepped out of bounds. That was terrible.
With 33 seconds left.
My goodness, is that just bad?
Hey,
that is bad officiating.
But we're not supposed to be criticizing.
Oh, that's just that is ridiculously. They're going to say
they're going to put it back to 33 seconds,
which is what they should do. That was just terrible.
Now, wait a second. Yeah, that was on the referee cranking it.
Yeah, absolutely on the referee for cranking it.
Okay, no, we're at 33 seconds. No,
I know they want to go, but the referee. It was a referee's timeout.
Right, that's not. That is not on.
Yeah, and now Redbank Valley's going to call timeout. We're going to take it with them, Sean. We'll take a 30-second timeout for our audience on C93. We'll be back after these messages. Sean, is the Gators will have the ball at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, again, like we were saying before we went to commercial there, since we're back in a Port.
Yeah, we're back here at Port. Back here. Hold on a second. Back here at Port Allegany High School. No score. 33 seconds to go here in quarter number 2 between Port Allegany and Redbank Valley. Port Allegany is a first down and 10 at the own 45-yard line with 3 timeouts. They're going to go 5 receivers out there, 4 stacked over on the left side. Under pressure, he's throwing deep. He's got Moses wide open, and he overthrew him. Evans had Moses wide open. That would have been a touchdown for Blaine Moses. But Evans overshot him, and that'll bring up a second down and 10. Second down and 10 for Port Allegany at their own 45-yard line, down to 30 seconds to play here in the Fox's Pizza Den of Port Allegany second quarter.
Port Allegany coordinator Seth Lowry came out with something different. He had a box to the left, brought Moses just out of his tight end position.
Back to throw is Evans here. Evans looking deep. He's got Archer, and he overthrows him. So Drew Evans has had guys open in this ball game, but he's just been a little off in those passes, Sean.
Again, I mean, nothing against Drew, nothing against anything Port Allegany's doing, but if you rely on the run the whole time and you only throw the ball maybe 10 times a game, you know, your timing's just not there yet. It's not like last year when they relied on the pass and then sprinkled it and run. This year they're pretty much run-oriented.
So it's now 3rd down and 10 for the Gators at their own 45 with 25 seconds to play. They're going to go 2 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right, 2 running backs, and they're going to hand it off to Archer, and Archer's got a hole. He's inside Redbank Valley territory to about the 49. They might call it the 50. And Redbank Valley's going to call timeout here.
Redbank Valley calls timeout. 16 seconds remaining. Brings up 4th and 5.
Well,
and
the timeout, you can't take them with you. You got Port Allegany at 4th and 5. Take your timeout. Try to set up a punt return.
yeah, 16 seconds to go here. We're going to step aside for a 15-second commercial. We'll be back after these messages. So back here, Port Allegany's going to punt here. It's going to be Braylon Button to punt with 16 seconds to go. Single guy back for Redbank this time. Button gets the punt away. It is going to bounce and take a Port Allegany roll out of bounds.
Should be at the 15.
Yeah, I don't know why the.
He's saying it was touched by the man down covering.
Yeah, so that might be where they're going to down it. They're going to down it where he put the beanbag down, which is at the 19-yard line. So the Redbank Valley will take over at its own 19-yard line with just 8 seconds to go here in the half. And I would imagine the Bulldogs are just going to take a knee and go into halftime.
I believe that's what I would do, but then again, you've got time to go deep.
So it'll be first down. They're going to go in the gun, though, with all kinds of receivers out there. So not sure what the thought process is here. They're going to hand it to Byers. Byers has all kinds of room as they were playing prevent. Byers is going to get out of bounds as the half comes to an end. They're going to call him out at the 33-yard line. And the first half comes to an end with no score between Redbank Valley and Port Allegany. We have no score. And for our C93 and D9 and 10 sports audiences, we're going to step aside for 5 minutes. We'll be back after these messages.
Redbank Valley Bulldog Marching Band. Instructors Cora Morgan and drum major Zane Coyle. Tonight's performance features music by Earth, Wind, and Fire. Our selections are September, Boogie Wonderland, and Let's Groove.
And now, the often imitated, never duplicated Mighty Bulldogs, Battle Cry of the Valley.
Back here at Port Allegany High School, where we are at halftime with Port Allegany and Redbank Valley scoreless at the half. Time for the Moe's Bar and Grill halftime show. Moe's Bar and Grill in Port Allegany. One of our customers called our offerings the best gourmet food you'll ever have. That pretty much sums us up. Stop in and see us at 68 West Mill Street, Port Allegany. Give us a call today at 814-642-7999. That's 814-642-7999. And Sean, what a burger they've got at Moe's Bar and Grill. I had what they called a cheetah, which is cooked in a French onion soup and then topped with the onions and the provolone cheese. Oh my goodness, one of the best burgers I've ever had.
I honestly don't think I've ever had a bad burger there at all. I myself am the Holy Trinity type of guy. I do mix it up.
That's the first time I was up here this year. Holy Trinity's got what in it? It's got ground beef,
chorizo sausage, bacon, and ground beef all mixed in one burger.
Just fantastic stuff. That's all I can say. Just fantastic stuff. And taking a look here, let's take a look at our generational wealth management stats. Generational wealth management at Erie and Bradford is here for your investment needs. They offer world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. Find out more at gwm.nm.com. That's gwm.nm.com. So both teams obviously in a scoreless game. We have had some offense. Redbank Valley 143 yards, Port Allegany 108. Redbank 7 first. So actually I have both teams with 6 first downs. Redbank 21 carries, 78 yards, 16 for 48 for Port Allegany. Redbank 65 yards passing. Port Allegany 40 for Redbank Valley.
Round of applause for the Redbank Valley.
Drew Byers, 10 carries, 24 yards. Aiden Orts, 1 for 8. Cole Bish, 1 for 5. Braylon Wagner, 8 for 3. For Redbank passing, Wagner, 7 of 16 for 65 yards. Remember, he's playing in place of his brother Cam, who is not here. And Ken, if you're just joining us, the only thing that Redbank Valley will say is that they do not comment on medical conditions of players or disciplinary policy of players. I know a lot of you have heard rumors out there. We all have, but we're not going to speculate on why those players aren't playing tonight. Aiden Ords, 5 carries, 44 yards. Tate Minnick, 1 for 12. I'm sorry, these are catches. For Port Allegany, they're led on the ground. Noah Archer, 8 carries, 39 yards. Drew Evans, 4 of 10 passing for 40 yards. Peyton Stiles, 2 catches for 14 yards. Noah Archer, 1 for 20 yards. We're going to step aside. Again, we're going to take about 5 minutes worth of commercials. We've got to kind of catch up on some of our commercials here on C93 and on the YDL Sports Network. I do apologize for that, but that was a fast-moving half without us being able to get in very many of our commercial breaks. You're watching high school football on the YDL Sports Network and the Port Allegany Sports Network, and listening on C93 FM, 92.7 FM in Clarion.
Let's give it up for the marching band. While we're at it, why don't you take out those 50-50 tickets? It's a nice little jackpot tonight. The winning ticket number is 062677. 062677. Come on up to the press box and collect your $472.
Back here at Port Allegany High School, where we're in a scoreless ball game at the half between Port Allegany and Redbank Valley. It's time to take a look at our Swift Kennedy and Company scoreboard. First, the District 9 scores brought to you by Hunter Station Golf Course. Time is running out in the 2022 season to get out to Hunter Station Golf Course just outside of Tonesta, where you can golf the Sunday Twilight Special of 18 holes with a cart for just $20. Call the Pro Shop at 814-755-4558 for a tee time. Walk-ins are welcome. HunterStation.com. Taking a look at our District 9 scoreboard, which can also be found at D9and10sports.com. Brought to you by Pizza Hut. Nobody out-pizzas the Hut. At the half, Bucktail 22, Otto Eldred 20. Late in the second quarter, Union AC Valley all over Smethport, 42-0. At the half, St. Mary's 12, Bradford nothing. At the half, Brockway 13, Ridgeway 13. At the half, Brookville 14, Carn City nothing. In the third quarter, it is Elk County Catholic 13, Cameron County 8. At halftime, Central Clarion County all over DuBois, 31-0. At the half, Clearfield 42, Bellefonte nothing. At the half, Conemaugh Valley 12, Kerwinsville 7. At the half, Keystone 34, Kane nothing. At the half, Punxsutawney 35, Montauk nothing. Now time for your District 10 scores, brought to you by Oil Country Crates. Oil Country Crates, your product, our protection. Check us out online at oilcountrycrates.com. It's Cambridge Springs 7, Cochranton nothing at the half. Butler 14, Erie Cathedral Prep 14, and a surprise score at the half. Maplewood 17, Kennedy Catholic nothing at the half. Lakeview 13, Mercer 8 at the half. Reynolds all over Sagertown 32-0 in the second quarter. Reynolds, the favorite to probably come out in District 10, Class 1A for those watching this game. Mercier's Prep 34, Iroquois nothing at the half. Seneca 19, Union City nothing at the half. Farrell 14, Sharon nothing, second quarter. Hickory 21, Greenville 6 at the half. Grove City 34, Sharpsville 7 at the half. Slippery Rock 34, Wilmington nothing at halftime. Oil City 16, Conneaut 7 at the half. Meadville 55, Franklin nothing late second quarter. Warren 21, Titusville 14 at the half, in a game that you can also watch on the YDL Sports Network, D9and10sports.com. Girard 14, Corey 13 at the half. General McLean 8, Fairview nothing at the half. St. Clairsville, Ohio 21, Fort LaBeouf 6 at the half. And Northeast 12, and Harbor Creek nothing at the half. In action tomorrow, Countersports at Sheffield in District 9, Eisenhower at Northwestern, at West Toronto Prep at Erie McDowell in District 10. We're going to step aside, take one more commercial break before we start the second half. You're watching the high school football on the YDL Sports Network and D9and10sports.com and on C93. We'll be back in 2.5 minutes.
Gators will receive the second half opening kickoff.
Back here to start the second half. Redbank Valley will kick it off to start the second half.
Orange Clouds kicking off for the Bulldogs.
I understand there were some audio issues at halftime. We think we've got those taken care of, but kickoff is to about the 15-yard line where Noah Archer takes it, and Archer is going to be out over the 30. He's still on his feet at the 35, and he'll finally be tackled at about the 39-yard line.
Archer brings it out to the 39-yard line where he's tackled by number 50, Caden Adams. That's what the Gators take over first.
So, Sean, just what did you see on that return?
Archer patiently come out, started to the right. It was probably a return of about 30 yards, but he probably ran about 80.
They're going to mark him down, it looks like, at the 39-yard line, which is where Port Allegany will put the ball in play here at the 11:46 mark.
Okay, Port Allegany now. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Evans in the shotgun. Moses beside him. Evans keeps it on a power with Moses as a lead blocker. Gains about 6 on the play. Bring it up 2nd down and 4. Again, all the viewers who are watching in tonight, thank you. We have just broke 1,000 viewers tonight.
Overall,
1,000 viewers tonight.
that's just on the Port Allegany feed. That's not even counting the YDL Sports Network feed, Sean.
Wow, I bet you we're close to 1,500. In one of them, my brother-in-law Jim Stair watching in Menor, Ohio. Jim, I hope you and Quinn are enjoying the game. Chris and I are enjoying it. Bring it to everybody who's listening.
So it'll be 2nd down and 4 here, 4.5 we'll call it. It's going to be Evans again. They definitely saw something at halftime on that, as they're going to go with the power run up the middle by Evans. He's going to pick up a couple yards up to about the 48-yard line. We'll bring up a 3rd down and a short 1, long 2. Short 1, long 2. I'm not sure how that works, Sean.
Again, this time Port Allegany brought in 2 extra offensive linemen. Burgess, the linebacker, and Corbin Hamilton, whose number's 32, but he was a lineman last year.
Handoff up the middle, I think getting the 1st down. Is that Moses?
Yes, Blaine Moses.
That was Blaine Moses on the dive right up the middle. He's going to have a Tonesta Builder Supply 1st down inside Redbank Valley territory at the Bulldogs' 48-yard line. So Port Allegany on the move here to start the second half. They have 1st and 10 at the Port Allegany 48, just a minute 45 in to this 3rd quarter, brought to you by the Bruno Alfredo Wrestling Camp. You like hearing that, Sean?
Oh, I love hearing that. My buddy Isaac and I and Aaron Rendas, it's a camp we started for wrestlers. It's in memory of Bruno Alfredo.
Evans is going to run this time to the right, and he is going to get tackled there. That's a great tackle by Mason Klaus. So Mason Klaus comes up and makes that tackle on Evans at the 47-yard line.
Peyton Stiles did a good job sealing the edge to get Evans to the edge, but just great fill by Redbank Valley.
Yeah, Mason Klaus coming up to make that fill there. Bring up a 2nd down and 9 at the 47. 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line. Out of the gun is Evans. He's going to hand it off to Moses. Moses carrying Redbank Valley Bulldogs across the 45 to about the 42, 43-yard line. We'll see where they put him down. It's going to be 3rd down and about medium here for Port Allegany. They're going to put him down at the 42-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 for Port Allegany here. It's a Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning 3rd down. Want to mention today's game being brought to you by Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion. From dogs to burgers to wings, there's always something delicious on their chef choice menu at Daddy's in Clarion. Always a great plan. Facebook.com/Daddy's Clarion. Here's a handoff to Archer. Archer trying to get to the outside. He's going to, I believe, be real close to that 1st down. It's going to depend on the spot. But wait for the spot here. He's going to be, he needed to get to the 38, and we're going to have a measurement here. It's going to be a Port Allegany chiropractic measurement. Never have to worry about measuring yourself when you go to Port Allegany Chiropractic. Dr. Andrew Young knows that a healthy nervous system leads to a healthy body. Find out more at PortAlleganyChiropractic.com. Chiropractic care and good health go hand in hand. You were saying you've had a good experience with him, Sean.
Yes, I did, but he didn't really help my height any.
They're going to move the chains out, and it looks like it's going to be a tight ass to Builder Supply. First down for the Port Allegany Gators at the Redbank Valley 38-yard line. So now Port Allegany getting its deepest penetration into Redbank Valley territory tonight. They are 1st and 10 at the the 38, with 8:25 to play here in the Bruno Alfredo Wrestling Camp third quarter. You can find out more at teambruno.com.
Again, Port Allegany just coming, staying between the tackles, running the ball, not trying to bounce it outside at all.
Out of the gun. Here's the handoff to Archer. Archer turns it up. He takes first contact and then falls forward to about the 37. He's going to pick up a yard on the play.
Picks up 1, maybe 2.
They'll call on, well, you know what? They're going to leave that ball at the 38, Sean, and on the put down.
Oh, gave him no gain.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 here. Maybe a half yard at most, but it looks like no gain for Archer. I mean, they were on the far side of it, so maybe a half a yard, but it wasn't much. We're going to call it 2nd and 9 on the screen. I'm calling it 2nd and 10 in the stats. Doesn't make much difference.
Hey.
Out of the gun again. Hand off to Archer. Archer up the middle. Redbank Valley filling. Archer's going to get over to 35 to about the 34-yard line, I do believe. That'll be a pickup of 4, and it's going to bring up a third. Oh, they're going to mark him all the way to the 33. That's a nice spot for Archer at the 33-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd down and medium. It's 3rd and 5 for Port Allegany. It's a Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. 3rd down. Got to figure this is 4-down territory for the Gators.
You would assume that, or do you try to pin them back? I mean,
they've used up almost half of this third quarter clock, down to 6:50 and running. Handoff is to Archer, and Archer is going to be stopped by Ross. They still haven't called him down, and now they finally do. Let's see where they mark him down, because they didn't call him down originally. They said he wasn't down. Ross wasn't letting go, though. They're going to mark him back at the 37-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 4 on the play. So that brings up a 4th down and 9. And it does look like the Gators are going to go for it. They're going to go stacked receivers to each side. Moses, the lone back with Evans in the gun.
If I'm Redbank, I'm trying to keep the ball out of Archer's hands on a little drag.
Evans back to throw. Evans looking. Evans under pressure. He's going to run. He's tripped. He stays on his feet. Now he's going to throw it. He was across the line of scrimmage. Or was he? No, he wasn't. And it's incomplete. He had what looked like the first down if he had run for it.
Yeah, he looked, possibly could have got the first down, but saw Caden Price wide open down the field. Just underthrew him a little bit.
So Port Allegany uses 6:01 of the Team Bruno third quarter, but they end up turning the ball over on downs. Redbank Valley takes over at the Port Allegany, at their own 37-yard line, Today's game being brought to you by Hamlin Bank and Trust. It's time to put money in the bank at Hamlin Bank and Trust, with locations in Smethport, Mount Jewett, Kane, Bradford, Eldred, and Ole. And Hamlin Bank and Trust focuses on old-fashioned customer service. Find out more at hamlinbank.com. Hand off to Byers, and he's going to be drugged to the ground.
Miska Young.
Miska Young.
For a big loss by number 64, Miska Young.
All the way back at the 32-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 5 on the play. We're going to give that a Port Allegany chiropractor tackle for Miska Young. His dad, Andrew Young, the owner of Port Allegany Chiropractic. Got to meet Andrew today. Great guy from Clearfield, PA originally. Back to throw is Wagner. He's got Orts. Orts is over the 40 and down to about the 42, maybe the 43-yard line of Redbank Valley. It's going to bring up a 3rd down for the Bulldogs at their own 42-yard line. That's a pickup of 10 on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 for Redbank. Redbank is just 3 of 10 on 3rd downs tonight.
And again, Port Allegany playing like a shell coverage and making sure nobody gets behind him after the pass to Minnick that went through his hands early in the quarter.
Wagner, and that is incomplete. It was intended for Minnick, defended by, is that Moses
Drew
or
Evans.
Evans? That
Drew
was
Evans.
Minnick is broken up by number 12, Drew Evans. That brings up 4th.
Give Evans the pass breakup on that. That'll bring up a 4th down, and it'll be a punting opportunity for Tate Minnick. It's another Subway in New Bethlehem punt. Don't punt on dinner. Get a delicious sub from the New Bethlehem Subway, located across the street from Redbank Valley High School. Nobody deep here for Port Allegany. That's interesting. Minnick's punt is a deep one, too, and it's going to take a Redbank Valley roll inside the 20 to about the 14, 15-yard line. So a little interesting that Port didn't put anybody back deep there, Sean.
Well, as we came out earlier, during warm-ups, Redbank Valley's punter was throwing the ball about 30, 40 yards, so it very well could have been a fake. They did have a quick kick.
They're going to put that ball down. It looks like at about the, let's see, where do they place it? They're going to place it at about the 13-yard line maybe?
Yes, I believe at the 13 on the far side of the field.
With 4:42 to play. So 4:42 to play here in quarter number 3. 1st down and 10 for Port Allegany at their own 13. Here's a handoff to
Styles,
and Styles has a hole. He's going to have a 1st down and more. Up over the 20 to about the 25 goes Peyton Styles.
Again, Chris, Port Allegany now in a different formation. They've got 2 tight.
They're going to call him at the 24, but go ahead, Sean. I'm sorry.
They have the end of the game now with 2 tight ends, 2 backs, Styles and Moses, and they have the lone receiver, Archer.
So it'll be a 1st down and 10 at the 24-yard line of their own 24 for Port Allegany. Late here in the Bruno Iafrida Wrestling Camp 3rd quarter, quick-moving 3rd quarter, down to 4 minutes to play in it. Out of the gun is Evans, and he's going to hand it to Moses. Moses up the middle for a few yards, maybe 2, possibly 3, depending on the spot.
And you know, Chris, what's funny, if you get 3 yards a down, you never have to punt.
They're going to mark him down at the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4 on the play, so 2nd down and 6. The problem here for Port Allegany is they're letting an undermanned Redbank Valley team hang around and hang around and hang around, Sean. And the longer that happens, the more you maybe like Redbank's chances of just breaking one play. Here's Moses again. He's going to fall forward. Was tripped up at about the 30-yard line.
But the only one I see missing from Redbank as of right now was the quarterback. I don't know if
they're also
anybody else.
missing Ashton Kale, and there's some guys on the line that they're missing as well here. So it's going to be at the 30-yard line. 3rd down and 4. Again, Redbank Valley says they will not comment on medical or disciplinary action. That is all they will tell us at this point in time as to why some of the guys are not playing today. 3rd down and 5 with 2:45 to play on a running 3rd quarter clock at the 30-yard line. Here's a handoff to Moses. Tries to turn it upfield, and Redbank Valley's having none of that. There's a host of Bulldogs there to bring down Moses at about the 32, maybe the 33-yard line. That'll bring up a 4th down. They're going to mark him at the 33-yard line.
Well, they gave him another good spot.
They did. They're getting some nice spots on those, but that brings up a 4th and about 1.5, and they're going to punt it, I do believe.
Oh, definitely going to punt it.
Well, let's, this could be one of those situations, though, where.
Well, Port Allegany has ran a fake from their own 30 earlier in this year.
We'll see what they do here. Snap is there. They're going to punt it away. Punt by Button is fair caught by Mason Klaus at the 42-yard line of Redbank Valley. For the C93 audience, we'll take a 30-second timeout. For the rest of you, we'll keep it right here. With the ball at the 42-yard line. It'll be a first down and 10 for Redbank Valley with 1:51 to play here in quarter number 3, brought to you by the Bruno Alfredo Wrestling Camp. Braylon Wagner is going to pitch it to Byers. The ball's on the ground. Byers picks it up at the 40, and he's tackled there. So Byers dropped the football on the pitch. He was able to pick it up, and Redbank recovers the ball at the 40-yard line, which is where he'll go down, and it'll bring up a second down now and 12.
Again, that's the third time Redbank's tried to run that option play that Port Allegany has had it figured out pretty well.
Out of the gun here on 2nd and 12 from the 40 after the loss on the fumbled pitch is Redbank. Wagner in the gun. Looks to throw. Throws it downfield. He's got Minnick. Did he make the catch? He did at midfield. Tate Minnick makes that catch.
Catch on the sideline.
Call him out right at midfield. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 2. So 3rd and 2 for Redbank at midfield with 1:02 to play here in the Bruno Alfredo Wrestling Camp. 3rd quarter. That camp being held June 19th to the 23rd right here in Port Allegany, PA. TeamBruno.com. Byers is going to take the handoff. He's looking for the first down. He's got it over the 45. They're going to call him, I think, down at the 45. So Drew Byers gets the first down. It is a Tenesta Builder Supply first down for the Bulldogs at the Port Allegany 45-yard line.
Byers did a real nice job there. The blitz was coming. He eluded the blitzer, stayed on his feet with a nice move, pick up a 5.
So it'll be first down and 10 at the 45. Braylon Wagner out of the gun. They're at the Port Allegany 45. Wagner drops the ball, and I do believe Redbank got back on top of it. Maybe not. Who has the football? We're waiting for the officials, and it's Port Allegany football.
Miska Young.
Miska Young recovers the fumble for the Gators. That time, Redbank Valley didn't get away with throwing the ball on the ground.
So Miska Young with a sack, a tackle for loss, and a fumble recovery, giving the ball right back to Port Allegany.
What number does Miska Young wear? Number 64. So Miska Young recovers the fumble right at midfield with 28 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. So Port Allegany, with their first takeaway of the game, has the ball at midfield, first down and 10. Evans will keep it himself, right up the gut. He's got 5, 6, maybe 7 yards. They're going to call him at the 44-yard line of Redbank Valley, and that's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
And that'll bring an end to the 3rd quarter.
We'll be back after this 1-minute commercial break on C93 FM 92.7 and the YDL Sports Network.
While we got a minute, how about a round of applause to those marching bands?
We'll call it for the Port Allegany people here as they line up here. So first down, or second down, excuse me, and 4 at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, handoff is to Stiles. Styles picking his way. He's going to have the first down over the 40 to about the 39-yard line.
Styles gets down to the 39-yard line. Good enough for a Gator first down.
Back here, Peyton Styles with the first down run to the 39-yard line of Redbank Valley. It's Tennessee Builder Supply, first down. This drive being built by Tennessee Builder Supply with locations in Shippenville and Tennessee. TennesseeBuilders.us.
Again, Port Allegany now putting Styles in the backfield, using Archer as the lone wide receiver with double tight still.
Out of the gun with two receivers. Evans is going to keep it himself. Evans has a lot of room. He's going to be close to another first down to about the 30, 31-yard line of Redbank Valley.
It's down to the 31-yard line.
They're going to call him down at the 30. So it'll be a second down and 1 for Port Allegany at the Redbank 30. This is the deepest, I believe, the Gators have been tonight.
I do believe so also. That they're just running the power. They're running Moses and Styles up as lead blockers. Evans following them up through, picking his hole.
Here's a handoff to Archer, and Archer. I'm sorry, that's not Archer. That was Evans again, wasn't it? That was.
Yep.
Tackled by 51 Ross. He's going to get enough for the first down.
That'll be at the 28-yard line, though, and that will be enough for a Port Allegany first down.
This time Port Allegany ran the power to the right side of the center. They've been running to the left side most of the power runs. This time went right.
Here's the handoff to Styles. And Styles is going to be wrestled to the ground in the backfield.
Horse collar.
They're
Horse
going to
collar.
throw a flag. It looks like we're going to get a horse collar call. We'll see on the replay whether or not that's a good call or not. Yeah, that looked like it was a pretty good call.
Yeah, it looked like Ord started in the shoulder pad area and just
It's a long
stayed there.
discussion, though, here for a referee who threw the flag. I mean, the white hat threw the flag. What would the discussion be about now? I don't know what this discussion's about. I mean, you threw the flag. What would you have to discuss after you threw the flag?
I'm not saying anything, Rick. You know, because I officiate wrestling, you know, and stuff like that, and
Personal foul.
It is horse collar.
It is. It'll be marked from the spot of the foul, which is the 32-yard line.
that should be 15 yards.
Was
I
that
believe.
Styles that was on the carry?
Yeah, it was Styles.
So it was tackled at the 32, and then there's going to be the personal foul on Redbank that's accepted, and they're going to move that ball all the way.
To the 18, I believe.
It would be to the 17. So it's inside the Pizza Hut red zone for Port Allegany. It looks like it's about the 17 or the 18. It's right in that neighborhood. Out of the gun, handoff to Archer. Archer carries the pile over the 15 to about the 14.
Archer's going to pick up about 4.
Maybe the 13, depending on where they put the ball down. They're going to put it at the 14.
Brings up 2nd and 6.
Again, one thing to remember with Port Allegany, they have not attempted an extra point or a
field
field goal all year.
So it'll be second down and about 7 for the Gators. Again, inside the Pizza Hut red zone at the Redbank Valley 14. Nobody out pizzas the hut. PizzaHut.com. Pizza Hut's in Brookville and Clarion. So Evans will now have 2 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Moses and Archer next to him in the backfield, and he's going to keep it himself. And he is going to be tackled there by big number,
I believe 78,
it looks like.
68.
That is Gabe Carroll on the tackle.
Gabe Carroll brings up 3rd and 6.
They're going to mark that ball down at the 14-yard line. So it's now 3rd down and 7 for Port Allegany at the 14, down to 8:40 on a running 4th quarter clock. No score here between Redbank Valley and Port Allegany. Here's the handoff to Archer, and Archer's tripped up. Oh, great tackle there. That was, I believe, number 13.
Yep.
Cole Bish on the tackle.
On the carry, he's going to pick up a couple. He's tackled by number 13.
Bish is able to get a hand on him, and he's going to be marked down at, it looks like, the 11-yard line, where it's going to be 4th down. So it'll
Again,
be
Bish, great job filling. Came right up and made the great play.
4th and about 3 or 4 for Port Allegany. They've got to get around the 7 or 8 for first down. It's 4th down with 7:58 to go, scoreless game, and now Port Allegany is going to call timeout.
Hey, that's a good use of a timeout there. If you're kind of confused about your play, take the timeout, talk it over. Very important play here with 4th and 4.
We're going to take the timeout with them. We'll be back. No score. 4th down coming up for Port Allegany inside the 15. There's 390 people. It's the Port Allegany people. There's 390 of you guys watching on your channel. There's 473 watching on ours. We've got almost 1,000 of you guys watching out there tonight. We're so happy to have you all along.
Oh, definitely. Greatly appreciate it, Chris. Again, everything you and everybody that does in D9, D10 sports to promote the high school athletics that you do. Kudos to you and the staff.
We're back. It's 4th down and 3 or 4 from the 11-yard line for Port Allegany. We're not 100% sure if it's got to get to the 7 or the 8. It's way on the far side. But it's 4th down. Evans in the gun for the Gators. Evans. Oh, there was a guy fell down. And Evans is going to throw. And now he's going to be tackled, and he's going to be short out at the 10-yard line. I don't think that was designed. I think that was supposed to be a handoff to Moses. It was. Moses slipped on the play, and Evans is not able to get the first down as he stopped right at the 10-yard line. So the Bulldogs defense comes up with the stop with 7:47 to play in a scoreless ball game. Well, you know, Sean, we thought going in it was going to be a great game. Then when we heard that Redbank wasn't going to have a few of their top players, we weren't sure. But any way you cut it, this has been a great football game.
Oh, definitely a great game.
Braylon Wagner out of the gun. He's looking deep. He wants to throw it. He throws it, and it's in and out of the hands of Rylan Roop. You know, I don't think that, like, the numbers aren't going to look great for Braylon Wagner in this game, but man, that's about 3 or 4 drops now that he's had. He's 9 for 20, and his receivers aren't helping him at all.
But again, you're not used to that continuity of the number 1 guy throwing to you. So
it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 10 for Redbank Valley. Out of the gun again, looking to throw. Throws it, gets it to Minnick, and it was broken up as Minnick was hit there. We'll wait to get the number. That was Drew Evans again. Drew Evans is having himself a game on defense. That's at least 3 breakups for Evans, and now it's 3rd down and 10 for Redbank Valley at its own 10-yard line. Luton Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning will get you moving again when you get backed up. Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning at lutonsplumbing.com on the River Hill in Clarion, just down from the stadium. 3rd down and 10 out of the gun, looking to throw his... He's going to throw it deep. Minnick is there. Minnick has it. Minnick's in the clear. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Redbank Valley. No flags. 90 yards from Braylon Wagner to Tate Minnick. They went 90 yards.
Again, that play there was the one that they just missed on the first half that went through the hands of Minnick, if you do remember.
It is 6-0 Redbank Valley at the 7:24 mark. And this is what I was talking about, Sean. Port was just letting Redbank hang around. And now the Bulldogs have struck first. And on to kick the extra point is Owen Klaus. So Klaus to try the extra point to make it a 7-point lead for the Bulldogs. with 7:24 to play. Snap is there, kick is up, that kick is good, and Redbank Valley has taken a 7-0 lead. For our C93 audience, we'll be back in 30 seconds.
7:24 left in the game.
For the rest of our audience, wow, Sean.
Oh, again, that perfect pass. It had to be right where it was for him to come down with it. And then he just outraced the defender.
He got a step on the defender, and Wagner just put it right on the button. And it's 7-0 in favor of Redbank Valley. I'm going to welcome back our C93 audience after that Daddy's in Clarion touchdown. From dogs to burgers to wings, they're always delicious chef choice menu. Daddy's in Clarion, always a great plan. Facebook.com/Daddy's Clarion. 7-0, Redbank Valley in the lead on the 90-yard Braylon Wagner to Tate Minnick touchdown. So Klaus to kick it off. The kick will bounce out of bounds.
I believe that goes to the 35 now.
Should, I think so. 35 now.
And the Gators take over at their own 35-yard line.
They could ask him to kick it again if they wanted to. We'll see what they decide to do.
They're thinking they're going to take it at 35. Coach Pinkowski just pointing it to 35.
They're going to take it at the 35 here. With 7:24 to play. So now the Gators, it's gut check time. They're down 7-0. They're 65 yards from the end zone. They had just turned the ball over on downs at the Redbank Valley 10-yard line and had a 3rd down and 10 from there for Redbank Valley before Braylon Wagner hit Tate Minnick from 90 yards out. So it's 1st down and 10 for Port. They're going to go 2 receivers to the right, to the left, single receiver to the right, and they're going to hand it off to Moses, and Moses is going to have a gain of about 5 out to the 40-yard line.
5 yards.
They might call him down at the 39. We'll wait for the official spot. They're going to mark it at the 40. This is where I thought. It'll be a 2nd down and 5. Down to 7:03 to play. As Sean has mentioned, Port has not kicked the ball all year, so if they score, they're going to go for 2. Here's a handoff again to Moses, and Moses is going to be close to the 1st down. He's going to be about a yard short out to the 44-yard line.
Moses picks up 4 more, brings up 3rd and 1.
So it'll be a 3rd down and about a half a yard for Port Allegany at their own 44-yard line.
Again, if you're Port Allegany, don't hit the panic button. Stay with what got you here.
There's Moses again, and he's going to have a Tonesta Builder Supply 1st down at about the 46, maybe 47-yard line. They're going to call it the 47. This 4th quarter brought to you by Hamlin Bank and Trust. Check them out online at hamlinbank.com. Down to 6:14 on a rolling 4th quarter clock. Evans is going to keep this one himself. Picks his way through for a couple yards into Redbank Valley territory at about the 49-yard line.
Moses is going to cross the 50, get to the 49-yard line.
Again, watch now. Port Allegany has brought Archer out into the slot.
That was Evans right on that
Yeah,
carry.
Evans on the carry, yep.
It's at the Redbank 49-yard line. That is a pickup of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Evans is going to run it again. Evans trying to pick his way close to the 46-yard line.
Evans picks up 3 more on that one. Tackled by number 52, Brandon Ross.
That'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 here. The problem for Port is the clock is down to 5.5 minutes to play, and if they don't score here, they're really shortening this game. Here's a handoff to Moses. He's got a hole up the middle. He's got a 1st down inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line.
Moses going to pick up about 10 on that one. That'll be a Gator first
And
down.
saying something right now, Chris, if this was an NFL game, Rump would have been out on concussion protocol the way they changed the rules in the NFL.
Who would have?
Rump.
Rump.
Roop, yeah.
What'd you see?
He got Blaine Moses and them just hit head-to-head, and, you know, the way the NFL is now.
Here's another handoff to Moses. Moses is going to be out around the 30-yard line of Redbank Valley. They're going to call him down at the 31. So it'll be a pickup of 6 on the play. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 4 with 4:39 to play on a rolling fourth quarter clock. Redbank Valley 7, Port Allegany nothing, and now Redbank Valley will call timeout. We'll take this 30-second timeout with them. You're watching high school football on the YDL Sports Network. It'll be a 30-second timeout, also on C93 FM 92.7. Back here after the Redbank Valley timeout, it'll be 2nd and 4. Port Allegany at the Redbank 31-yard line, 4:32 to play. Bulldogs 7, Gators nothing. Evans out of the gun. Evans is going to keep it himself. Evans is going to have a first down and more to around the 25-yard line of Redbank Valley.
Again, nice kickoff block by Peyton Stiles.
So it'll be a first down and 10 at the 25. 4:20 now to play in a rolling fourth quarter clock. Again, this game has given us everything we thought. Evans is going to keep it again. Evans has got all kinds of room. He's at the 20, the 15, inside to about the 10-yard line. Goes Drew Evans.
I was just going to say, look for Port Allegany to run a counter off of that.
They're going to mark him at the 9-yard line. It'll be first down and goal for the Gators inside the Pizza Hut red zone. Down to 3:58 to play. Just inside the 10 at the 9. Evans looks over to the sideline now with 15 on the play clock. He's got Stiles and Moses next to him. Archer's out to the right. Now Evans is going to keep it himself. Evans inside the 10, close to the 5, maybe the 6 where he's taken down.
Again, Port Allegany was here before. Will they be able to punch it in?
Well, then not only punch it in, but then they're going to have to go for 2. And it's going to be a 2nd and goal at the 6, down to 3:15 on a running fourth quarter clock. Fourth quarter brought to you by Hamlin Bank and Trust. In the gun is Evans with Stiles and Moses. He's going to hand it to Stiles. Stiles has a hole. Stiles into the end zone. Touchdown, Port Allegany.
There's the counter I was talking about.
It's now 7-6 with 3:02 to play. Gators are going to go for 2 in the lead. That is a Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion touchdown. From dogs to burgers to wings, they're always delicious. Chef Choice menu, Daddy's in Clarion. Is always a great plan. Facebook.com/Daddy's Clarion. Redbank Valley is going to call timeout here. What?
Port Allegany.
Port Allegany calls timeout. So the Gators will call time to discuss this 2-point play. They trail 7-6 with 3:02 to play here as they go 65 yards in 11 plays, 4 minutes and 22 seconds off the clock.
Again, Port Allegany just brought in a freshman, Jared Funk. Funk's like 6'4", playing wide receiver. Maybe a jump ball to him.
The way they're running the ball, Sean, would you really throw the ball right now?
No, I wouldn't, but it's all eye candy.
It is all eye candy, but man, the way they're churning off 3, 4, 5 yards a clip right now against Redbank Valley. I think I would just keep doing what I was doing.
Well, Funk just came out. 2 linemen just came in. I look for Port Allegany. I think
Evans is going to keep this ball again.
I look for him to run the power again to the left side.
I think that's exactly what's going to happen here. So they're going to line up with Stiles, Moses, flanking Evans, Archers to the left, the lone receiver. Here's the handoff. It's not a handoff. It's Evans. He's into the end zone.
Again with the power.
It's a 2-point conversion. Redbank Valley now trails 8-7. Port Allegany's in the lead.
Again, Port Allegany came with the power like we had talked about. Had all the window dressing with a tall wide receiver.
8-7 Gators. There was a horn that went off right before that play started, Sean. Did you hear that?
What's that?
There was a horn that went off right before that play started. I don't know what that was.
I've worked in a factory for 36 years. I'm just retired, so my hearing's no good.
But that's exactly what I expected the Gators to run. It's exactly what I would have run the way they've been doing it. But there's still 3:02 to play. They celebrated a lot after the 2-point conversion, but they're going to have to hold Redbank, something they did not do the last time the Bulldogs had the football.
Yeah, they got to stay away from the big play. They've pretty much held Redbank in check, just gotten beat deep twice. Once was incomplete. The other one went for 90 yards.
And understand, Redbank with Owen Klaus can kick field goals.
Yes.
And all they need is to get into field goal range here. They don't need a touchdown. They just need a field goal.
I've watched him. He made from about 35 yards out, I would say, would be his accuracy, and that would mean if they could get to the 28 of Port Allegany.
So Jared Funk to kick off. Funk, little short chip kick. It is taken at the 32-yard line by Caden Nieswanger, and Nieswanger's going to be out around the 40-yard line. So that's where Redbank Valley will put the ball in play, trailing 8-7. So he'll be down. They're going to mark them down at the 39, or is it going to be at the 40?
I believe they're good. Well, we've been wrong on our spots all day, so
they're
39.
Put them down at the 39-yard line with 2:57 to play. Figure to go 35-yard field goal, got to get around the 20-yard line, so they've got to go, 10, 20, 30, about 40 yards here. 40, 45 yards from field goal range would be the Bulldogs. Wagner is going to keep it himself. Wagner has some room over to the sideline and gets out to
about the 48, maybe?
Looks like he's at the 48.
Wagner out to the 48-yard line.
That is where they're going to put it down at the Redbank 48. It's going to be a pickup of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. Clock is running with 2.5 minutes to play.
Again, Redbank with 2 timeouts. Really not in any hurry to get the play off.
Wagner out of the gun. He'll take the snap. He's going to hand it to Byers. Byers is going to be dropped for a loss.
Carson Neely, the nose guard.
Let's see where they give him forward progress to. They're going to give him forward progress to the 47. It's going to be just a loss of 1. So it'll be a 3rd down and 2 for the Bulldogs at their own 47. Under 2 minutes to play. Port 8, Redbank 7. Wagner looks to throw. Rolls. He throws, and it's picked off. It's intercepted. It is Drew Evans. Drew Evans with the interception. At the 48-yard line, Drew Evans stepped in front. We talked about his defensive game, and he just comes up with the play of the game for Port Allegany.
Again, Wagner rolling out. Miska Young, again, bending his face most of the night, applying the pressure. Wagner's pass, diving. Drew Evans comes up with the interception, puts Port Allegany 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line with 1:48 left here. Redbank Valley with 2 timeouts.
So out of the gun will go Evans here. He's going to hand it to Moses, and Moses is going to be over midfield to about the 48, maybe the 49-yard line. We'll see where they put him down.
Moses picks up 3.
They're going to mark him at the 48, and now Redbank's going to take a timeout at the 48-yard line after the 4-yard gain. It'll be the second charge timeout for Redbank. We'll take it with you. We'll be back. You're watching high school football on the YDL Sports Network and listening on C93 FM. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Yeah, what'd you want?
Oh, referee, they call timeout. That's between you and I. Ready?
So we're back here with a minute 36 to play after the Redbank Valley timeout. It is 2nd down and 6 for Port Allegany at the Redbank 48, leading 8-7. First down will secure the win for the Gators. Out of the gun, Evans is going to take it himself. Evans is going to be over the 45 to about the 44-yard line.
Evans gets down to the 44-yard line and picks up a 3.
That'll bring up a 3rd down and 2 as Redbank Valley will call its final timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching high school football on the YDL Sports Network.
3rd and 2.
Back to live action, and it's a first down. Port Allegany, Drew Evans, that should seal the victory for the Gators. Evans kept it. He'll get out to the 37-yard line of Redbank, and that should put this game in the books for Port Allegany as they're going to hand Redbank Valley its first loss of the season. Minute 12, minute 10, Redbank can't stop the clock. Port's going to take a knee. They're in victory formation. Heck of a football game, though, Sean.
Oh,
got to give Redbank a lot of credit. Short-handed, came in here, gave the Gators everything they could handle. Port Allegany trailed 7-0. Midway through the 4th quarter, they found a way to win the game.
Oh, they didn't give up. They were resilient, kept running the power with Evans, you know, which, hey, yeah, it's unfortunate Redbank did have backups missing, but you still got to play the game.
And they did.
So
they played the game well.
Yeah, they did. You know,
Played the game really well. Testament to Blaine Golden, his coaching staff, and the players.
and this would make them both. This would actually give, if I'm not mistaken, Port Allegany.
It doesn't matter, Sean, because
They're
it's
the
a
1-2 seed.
It's a committee system this year. It's not a
correct.
record system. So it really doesn't make much difference. Although any
But they
committee in its right mind is going to take the team that beat a team head to head over that. First seed, second seed, does it really make a huge difference?
No, it doesn't.
So that's going to be the ball game. Final score here from Port Allegany. It is Port Allegany 8, Redbank Valley 7. We'll be back after this 3-minute break. You're watching high school football on the YDL Sports Network.
And class of 82, have a lot of fun out there tomorrow night. Enjoy, everybody.
Please stay tuned for a post-game interview with Drew Evans coming up shortly.
At Port Allegany High School, where the Gators have just defeated Redbank Valley 8-7. You're watching the YDL Sports Network, the Port Allegany Sports Network, folks. If you want to move on over to D9and10sports.com, you can watch the Drew Evans interview. For our C93 audience, obviously you're listening to the Drew Evans interview, as Drew Evans is our Allegany Grill of Foxburg player of the game. Drew played a massive role on both sides of the football for Port Allegany. He ran the ball 19 times for 88 yards. He was 4 of 11 passing for 40 yards, had at least 2 or 3 pass breakups, and, of course, the game-sealing interception late in the game. Drew, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Drew, you come in, you expecting a great game in this one. You know what Redbank Valley's all about. Then you get here, you probably started hearing some point during the day that maybe a couple of the Bulldogs weren't going to play tonight. Does that change your mentality at all?
Oh, no, not at all. They're still a great team with or without them. And we knew that and knew we still had to come to play.
It's 0-0 at halftime. What is Coach Binkowski's message to you guys at the break?
Just keep fighting. 0-0 game. It's one-play game. Like, anything can change it.
And it really was a one-play game. You guys drive inside the 10. It looked like Blaine might have slipped on that 4th down play at the 10. Is that what happened?
Yeah, I think he just ground gave.
And, then they throw the 90-yard touchdown pass. You want to talk about going from the high of highs. You guys are looking like you're going to go in for the go-ahead touchdown. Now they're up 7-0. What's the mood like on the sideline at that point in time?
We obviously we were down a little bit, but we got back up because we knew the game wasn't over. We had to drive down the field, and we had to punching ourselves.
In the second half, in a lot of that drive, what did you guys see, or what did you guys talk about at halftime that made you guys decide to go more with you as a power runner and Blaine and Peyton back there?
Just what our coaches were seeing. They thought it would work, and as we can see, it did.
Peyton gets the touchdown. You guys don't kick the ball. You know you're going for two. I mean, this isn't even a decision for you guys because you don't have a kicker like that. You call timeout. What's the discussion during that timeout of what you guys wanted to run and do?
You know, the place was going crazy when it happened. So first of all, had to calm down, get everyone together, and coaches were just thinking, trying to decide what would be best, and got it done.
And what did you see on that play? Because you keep the ball. Talk about the line and the hole they opened for you.
Oh, they opened up a huge hole there. Blocks were held up perfectly. Wide open hole, just got in.
Then I want to talk a little bit about the interception. You had done a great job pass defense most of the game. Like I said, you had probably 2 or 3 breakups before then. What did you see on that play?
So I saw the roll, and I saw the guy hook up, and I thought he was wide open, so I tried to fly up on it and threw it and made a play.
It was a diving interception. When did you realize you had actually had it, and then what's going through your mind at that point?
I knew it right away. I had it, just excitement.
And then when you get the first down to seal the game, that has to be a great feeling.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Place is going crazy again. It's fun to do it out here in front of these fans.
You know, the talk all season's been Port Allegany, Redbank Valley. This game, even with some players from Redbank out of the lineup, lives up to the billing at 8-7. There's a chance you guys could meet again, but, you know, you're not worried about that right now, are you? You're just worried about next week and where this team can do and what you've got to do to get better, because I think tonight shows that there's some things you guys need to get better at too, isn't there?
Yep, absolutely. You know, we're just going to keep taking it week by week, fix what we need to fix, because this was by no means a perfect game on our part, and we have to fix what we can, get better still.
Well, congratulations, Drew, on being named our Allegany Grill of Foxburg Player of the Game. Congratulations on the 8-7 victory.
Thank you.
That is Drew Evans, our Allegany Grill of Foxburg Player of the Game. Drew, you can get going back down now with your teammates if you want. We're going to continue here inside our C93 postgame show, WCCR, C93, 92.7 FM in Clarion, WCCH, 94.1 FM, and AM 1300, Clarion's #1 radio stations. Let's take a look at our All-American Awards and Engraving scoring summary. Both touchdowns in the fourth quarter. First, Redbank Valley at the 7:24 mark. Tate Minnick, 90-yard touchdown pass from Braylon Wagner. Owen Klaus kick. It was a 7-0 Redbank Valley lead. Coming back with an 11-play, 65-yard drive, Peyton Stiles got the Gators back within 1 on a 6-yard touchdown run. Following the timeout, Drew Evans runs in the 2-point conversion, and the Gators led 8-7. And that is your scoring summary. It's now time to take a look at our generational wealth management statistics. Generational Wealth Management at Erie and Bradford is here for you. For your investment needs. They offer world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. Find out more at gwm.nm.com. So, offensive numbers fairly even. Redbank Valley 210 yards, Port Allegany 255. Bulldogs had trouble running the ball, just 27 carries for 35 yards. Port Allegany 54 for 215. For Redbank, Drew Byers 15 carries, 20 yards to lead the way. For Port Allegany, Drew Evans 19 for 88. Blaine Moses 13 for 57. Noah Archer 14 for 50. Peyton Stiles 6 for 22. Passing, Redbank Valley, Braylon Wagner 10 of 23, 175 yards, the touchdown and an interception. Evans was 4 of 11 for 40 yards for Port. Receiving wise, for Redbank, Aiden Ord 6 catches, 54 yards. Tate Minnick 3 for 112 and a touchdown. For Port Allegany, Peyton Stiles 2 for 14. Noah Archer 1 for 20. That'll do it for us here from Port Allegany. Once again, final score. Redbank Valley falls to Port Allegany 8-7. Both teams now sit at 7-1 on the season. For Sean Lathrop, this is Chris Rossetti saying good night and thanks for joining us on the Port Allegany Sports Network, on YDL Sports Network, D9and10sports.com, and on the C93, 92.7 FM in Clarion. Good night.